Now in 2014, there was one other game that they played. Game number 6. This one here was on the 12th of February, so about a month after the first game. At this time, Miami is 4 seasons into the LeBron James thing. They have 2 championships to show for that, and they have a really, really good record, only taking 77 losses in the entire time to this point. And obviously, they are the reigning and defending NBA champions. They lost in 2011, then they won in 2012, and they won again in 2013. So we're not just facing any team, we're facing the champions and the finals MVP. Miami's been really, really good basically this whole time. This year, not as good as last year, but they can get back there. And yeah, we're talking about a finals MVP LeBron James. That's a guy who averaged 27, 8, and 6 in 2012, then was even better in 2013, averaging 27, 8, and 7. This season is about 3rd in points and 6th in efficiency, but he's still there. Golden State is now 5 seasons into the Steph Curry thing. At the moment, it's not really showing results. But just last season, they made the conference semis, so they're really going from a bad team to like a middle-of-the-road team now. In fact, their record last year, when they finally stopped being a really bad team, is finally starting to rebound, where once again, they're pretty good this year. And yeah, Steph Curry's basically cracked. In 2013, he started scoring 20 points per game, and he's not letting that go. This season, he's up to 24.6 points per game. That's 5th in the NBA. He's also 2nd in the league in assists so far, at 9 assists per game. And that makes it easier to finally compare these two. This guy here, where one of them used to be reigning MVP and the other guy was a rookie in his 10th game, we now have the guy who should be reigning MVP versus Steph Curry, 5th in points, 2nd in assists, so they're pretty even at this point. But LeBron James, LeBron's box plus minus is about 8.2, which puts him in MVP season or thereabouts. While he's also the first option on his team, and yeah, he's the most efficient by far. He also leads the team in points, rebounds, assists, and true shooting of everyone who's playing today. Notice D Wade isn't there, and that's because he was injured during this game, so his stats don't show up on this game. Steph on his end here, he was box plus minus of 7.2. So he was also having about an all NBA season, not MVP level like LeBron though. And yes, Steph was the most efficient and also the first option on his team, with guys like Klay Thompson and David Lee right there behind him to back him up. And yeah, Steph led the team in points, assists, and in efficiency. Now, team comparison, Miami was one of the top teams in the entire NBA. They were 2nd in the East. Meanwhile, Golden State was near the middle of the pack. Miami, again, they're a contender. They're doing everything well. Their defense is a little shaky, though. Meanwhile, Golden State has a great defense. In fact, they're 5th overall in net rating versus 6th overall in net rating. And slowly over time, Steph and the Warriors have caught up to LeBron and his team. So they're about to be near the same level at this point. And they're actually good enough that you can see Golden State and Miami on this table here, on this graph. Coming into game number 6, we have the Warriors with Andre Iguodala, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, David Lee, and Draymond is finally in the starting lineup versus the Heat, who don't have D-Wade, so they've got Mario Chalmers, Chris Bosh, Shane Battier, and Tony Douglas starting. And this is in Golden State. And this is another serious game. This is going for 6 stars here. Basically, Miami took a huge lead early on, but Golden State came all the way back, took the lead, and now it's getting close again. In fact, starting at 6 minutes in the 4th quarter, Golden State went on an 11-3 run to go from down 9 to just down 1. And of course, Steph and Clay and David Lee had everything to do with that run. Golden State, after David Lee hit that free throw, was just a 1 point away from tying the game with 2 minutes remaining. It was at that point that Steph hit a jump shot a little bit later with 48 seconds remaining to make it a tie game. Then again, Steph hit a 2-point jump shot to make it a 1-point game with just 15 seconds remaining. It was at that moment that LeBron decided to hit a 3, a game winner, at the buzzer to end things. LeBron and Steph actually had a huge battle in this game, and LeBron ended up on top. So yeah, Steph Curry 29, 5, and 7 in this game with 4 threes. LeBron 36, 13, and 9 with 4 threes as well. They really went off on each other in this game, and it was really entertaining. In fact, this is the most entertaining game at 6 stars in this first part of the rivalry. And that LeBron James game winner is still talked about to this day because he hit the silencer for the first time ever. This is one of the greatest LeBron games ever. Steph had a pretty good game